Hello people, StrangeTemplar here. Welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast. Last episode, we were way the heck over there, probably about 890 meters away from where we are currently standing. We just got ourselves our energy tesseract, our quarry, and our ender chest all ready to go, and I started running it over there, but then ended the episode. What I went ahead and done is I found another set of extreme hills, which is where we're at right now, which has some great ores, all that good stuff, and we set up our quarry out of the way of our base, so we can basically drill a huge hole in the ground and not really worry about making our world ugly, for that matter. The main thing is I'm kind of a world snob. I hate making my world ugly, so eventually what we're going to do is we're going to have our quarry set up in entirely different worlds, entirely different dimensions than what we're at now. So let's go ahead and get this started. I just want to get this going just so, you know, it's working, it's doing what it needs to do, and look at that. We are already working. It's going to build the frame first like we showed earlier, and then as soon as this frame is done, it's going to start drilling. And if we open up this ender chest, what we'll see is, as soon as this is done, we're going to have to add more energy. There you go. And it's drilling. That one a lot faster than... And if we look here, you'll see the dirt's getting thrown in, and way back at home, the dirt's getting taken all the way back out. And just right in here in this grid, it's just going to keep drilling down until it hits bedrock. And any resources it finds, going to get thrown directly into our inventory system. And I went ahead, set up a portal to get all the way back there. So now, while that's running, if you look, we have our stone. You'll see our stone's going up, our dirt's going up, and hopefully our ores and metals and all that stuff will go going up as well once it starts hitting ores and whatnot. So while that's running, our next task is going to be getting set up so we can do Minecraft. So we can do Minecraft, because that's not what we've been doing for the last 17 episodes. I want to start getting crops grown. I want to start getting some trees planted, and I want to get automatic farming of trees and crops. So what I've gone ahead and done is taken the track that we've farmed up from the cave system down there. Remember, we found those abandoned mine shafts with all those tracks, and we went ahead and set up some tracks. I also made an advanced detector rail to go here, because what we're going to do is we're going to set up a couple automated tracks. One is going to automatically plant and cut down trees, and the other one is going to automatically plant and harvest crops. So we'll have a influx of wheat and wood, and with the wheat we can start raising ourselves a little farm here. We are going to need seeds for bees, so we can make ourselves, some squeezers and stuff for our bees. And also we need the wheat so we can start growing some cows, so we can start making books for our Mistcraft, which is what we're going to be working on here soon, so we can set up those quarries in alternate dimensions without having to worry about destroying our beautiful, beautiful main world. We can destroy other people's worlds. We'll create a world just so we can destroy it. It's good fun. So what I went ahead and did, I made some patterns for some Steve's carts things. Basically a simple PCB and an advanced PCB, which we're going to be using quite a few of. And so I just went ahead and made some patterns for those. They're very simple to make. I just don't want to keep going back and remaking them. Simple PCBs, basically iron, gold, redstone, and the advanced ones use iron, redstone, and simple PCBs. So they're not really all that expensive. They just get annoying to make repeatedly. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is, when we're using Steve carts, basically we're going to be custom making our carts. We're going to be putting in stuff like the engines. We're going to be putting tools on like a woodcutter or a basic farmer for the crops. We're going to add in chests so they can store things. We can add all these different special things to our carts, and we can make them specifically for what we want. But in order to do that, first we're going to need to make ourselves a cart assembler, which is really simple. Basically smooth stone, iron, and some simple PCBs. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get ourselves We have one made up already. We're going to make ourselves another one real quick, like so. And then we should have ourselves some smooth stone made already, and a nice diamond, like so. If we take some iron, like so, and then put the PCBs in the corners like so, we have ourselves a cart assembler. Now if we set this up, let's say right there, if you go in here, this is the interface for creating a cart. There's quite a bit we can do here. First we need a hole, which is basically the basic cart that we're going to put everything on. We're going to need engines, which is what powers the carts. A tool, attachment, storage, add-ons, all of these are optional. I guess even the engine would be optional, but I don't know why you'd make just a basic cart without an engine. The main point about Steve's carts is that you can power it itself and do all these cool things. So you'll see there's room for one tool, there's room for multiple attachments, but each cart is going to have one tool, and that's the basic function of each cart. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to make ourselves a basic hole, which is going to use iron, like so, and then we're going to need to make ourselves some wheels, which are just going to need iron and sticks, like so. Okay, so get those out of the way. We're gonna put sticks, kind of like a wooden gear, but instead of a wooden gear, we put the iron ingots in the middle, and we get ourselves 2 sets of iron wheels. Put iron wheels here and here, and put iron like a boat on top, and we have ourselves a basic standard hole. Now you'll see, as we put this in here, it'll kind of show us what it'll look like. Pretty boring right now. It has no engines, has no tools, no attachments. The standard hole has a modular capacity of 200, complexity cap of 50, max engines of 3, max add-ons of 6. That doesn't really mean much right now, but if we go back into our inventory, you'll see that each tool has a modular cost. So the hardened drill here would cost 45 on our total modular allotment. So if we wanted to say have a hardened drill for 45, we could also add in some side chests for 3. We could add in a shooter for 15, and all that together would be 63. 45 plus 15 plus 3 makes 63 total. So as long as we don't go over that total of 200, we're going to be great. So what we're going to want to do first is make ourselves a tree farm, and for that we're going to need ourselves a regular woodcutter, a basic woodcutter, which requires saw blades, iron ingots, and our wooden, what is it called? A wood cutting core, which is basically an advanced PCB with saplings around it. So first of all, advanced PCB, we're going to need one of those. Like so. Thank you very much. And then we're going to need some saplings. Let's take some birch, put it around like so, and we have ourselves a wood cutting core, just like that. Okay, with that, now we're going to need to make ourselves some saw blades, 5 of them, which requires 2 iron ingots and 1 diamond. Iron ingots, like so, and diamonds, like so. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of those. Okay, put iron in the middle, saw blades around it, wood cutting core, and now we have ourselves a basic wood cutter. Now if we go back over to our construction, we put that in our tool, you'll now see it shows our wood cutter. It says we can assemble now if we want, but we definitely don't want to. It should say, I thought it was going to say how much total we're using out of everything. Total cost 34, is that right? Yeah, total cost 34. So it tells us how much we're using, how much we have total available. So now that we have a woodcutter, we're going to need to power this, and we're going to use 2 different things. We're going to use a solar panel, which is, where is it on here? I know it's here somewhere. Where did it go? Upgrade, no, not upgrade. Advanced solar panel, is that what we want? Or, yeah, advanced solar panel. So a simple PCB and an upgrade for a solar panel, which is glowstone dust, redstone, and iron ingots. So redstone, like so, glowstone, and iron. No. What was it? Dang it. glowstone in. Okay. Like that. All right, and we need 4 of these. Like so. And the advanced solar panel was iron and basics. Not simple PCBs. We need 2 of them. Like so. Like so. And iron. In the middle. In the middle. Nope, not what I said. What did I say? We'll get it eventually. Like that. Okay. Advanced solar panel. And solar engine is right here. Which requires... Dang it, we did it wrong again. Okay. One of these days, I'll figure it out before I do this. Upgrade solar panel, iron ingots. We'll use that advanced solar panel for something else. I think we can use, yeah, compact to make it smaller. Smaller modular cost. It's not smaller modular cost. It's basically more efficient. Yeah, nothing all that special. So we need pistons, we need upgrade for the solar panels, and 1 advanced PCB. So fairly easy to do. Let's go ahead and make some more panels here. They're glowstone dust and our redstone dust. We're going to need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need... What else was needed? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, pistons and 1 advanced. So piston, if we can learn how to spell, we'll need 2 of these. Like so. And we need 1 advanced PCB, like so. Perfect. Put that there. Put those there. Get ourselves some iron. And we have ourselves a basic solar engine. So we can throw that in as an engine. Now, one thing you want to note is that when you're working with trees, the leaves from the trees are going to block the sunlight to the solar panel. So if this is going to be a basic woodcutter, which it is, we're going to want to make sure we add a different type of engine as well, because once it gets under the trees to cut it, it's going to lose power and stop working. And I figured that out the hard way the first time. So we're also going to want to add a coal engine, which is this one right here, which is basically a regular furnace, iron ingots, and pistons. So let's make ourselves some pistons. 2 more, not lapis. There we go. Like so. We need a furnace, which we don't have. Okay, hold on. Make ourselves a furnace real quick. Like so. Take our iron. Like so. And then we can take our pistons. Like so. There we go. Now we have a coal engine. So that way we can give it power while it's working, even when it has no direct sunlight for the solar engine. What we'll be able to do later on is we can set the priorities. So if sunlight is available, we'll use that before using the coal engine. That way we can, use as much free power as possible. Now for storage, we're going to want to add some chests to these. One thing to note is that we already have something in the back, we already have something on the front, and we already have something on the top of this cart. So what I usually do is add chests on the side. You'll notice that there's several different types. There's side chest, top chest, front chest, and internal storage. And I think internal storage will work regardless of other attachments. But what we're going to do is the side chest because it's the lowest modular cost, and I believe it is the cheapest. No, it's not even close to the cheapest. We're going to use the internal storage. I already made up some chest panes, like so. And we need also a chest lock, which is stone and an iron ingot. So stone and 1 iron ingot will make us 8 chest locks, just like that. We can move those panes around, and we have internal storage. And we can throw that in, just like that. And there's internal storage. I don't know, and we're going to find out right now. We might be able to add 2 internal storages. We are. Cool. I did not know if that was going to work or not. We could, if we wanted to, create add-ons to make the trees grow faster, different things like that. There's a add-on to make let it do the additional trees from Forestry, stuff like that. But really, we're just going to be harvesting oak trees. So it's pretty simple. We got a coal engine, solar engine, basic wood cutter, and internal storage. I believe this is going to work as double storage. Hopefully, if not, I'm going to feel really, really stupid. So what we do now is we just go ahead. We're all ready with this. We go ahead and hit assemble. And it's going to all disappear. And basically what we need to do now is power this sucker up. You'll see we have fuel level and we have progress bar. So this is going to take about 25 minutes to make, which I'm not going to make you sit here and wait for this. But basically, it's just going to keep working as the time goes on. So we're going to go ahead and put some more coal in. And when it's done, it's going to output right here. So, well, that's working. You can see our quarry is still working. So all that's good. We're going to go ahead and get ready for our farming one as well. So for the basic farmer, it's basically going to be the exact same as the other one, except with a farmer instead of a drill. Or not a drill, a woodcutter. Another thing you can do with these is you can make like automatic mining carts that'll drill into the earth, place carts behind it while it's going, and you can basically make an automated mining farm with carts if you wanted. They added in new things where it has automatic smelters, automatic stuff like that. It's pretty cool, the stuff you can do. One other thing that we're going to want to make is a cargo manager, and we're going to work on that here soon. But let's go ahead and get this going. I'm going to wait on the storage just to see how things work with this. I'm not sure exactly how the internal storage works. If it's not quite right, we're going to have to redo everything. But I think this is going to be fine how it is. So let's go ahead, make ourselves a basic farmer. Just diamonds, iron, gold, simple PCBs. So let's go ahead and make 2 of these. Let's get rid of these. Like so. We need gold. Like so. Iron. And diamond. Now, another thing I wanted to point out is that while the quarry's going, remember it's going to be throwing in ore, different types of ore. And as soon as we get ore into the system, remember it's going to be putting it right back out and converting it directly into ingots through the pulverizer and everything else from below. So all of that's basically automated. Everything's coming into our system. It's getting processed automatically. All that stuff is happening just with us sitting around doing nothing, twiddling our thumbs. Okay, so iron ingot, we need sticks again. Like so. So we need 2 sets of wheels again. Take our iron. Like so. Not like that, like that. Add our wheels, and we have a standard hole. We're going to need a solar engine. Now remember, we aren't going to be using trees for this, so we can just go ahead and keep a solar engine. And as long as it's daylight out, it's going to run. Because there should be no trees above it. There should be nothing blocking the line of sight to the sun. So basically a solar engine for this is going to work all the time. We don't have to have a backup engine for this. It won't run during the nighttime, but really, we're going to have so many seeds and wheat and stuff that it's not really going to matter. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to have 100% uptime for this. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this working here. Piston. Like so. We needed an advanced PCB. Advanced PCB. Now you can see why I went ahead and made patterns for this, because there's so much that we're having to work on. We keep having to make all these PCBs. It would just be annoying going back in and making all those. Now that it's not annoying to make all the pistons and everything else as well, we need to make the solar panels too before we do this. Oh, it must be nighttime outside. Make iron, glowstone, and I think it just became daytime. Alright, so solar panels, like so. I believe it's iron up top, advanced PCB here, and pistons down below, like so. Yep, and we get ourselves a solar engine. So now we have a basic farmer, a standard hole, and a solar engine. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wait for this cart to get assembled. We have a stack of coal in here, so it's just going to keep using up the coal to assemble the cart. This is just going to keep assembling, and when this is done, I'm going to go ahead and assemble our farmer as well. And when that gets done, I will go ahead and be right back. So don't go anywhere. It'll be about 2 seconds for you guys, but about an hour for me. So with that, guys, I will see you guys soon. And yeah, just sit tight. See you soon. All right, and we're back. So what we have here is our new cart. And if you right click on it, you'll see we have a solar engine, a regular engine, our wood cutter with a durability. And you can repair it with diamonds. But basically, as it's being used, it'll lose durability. So it does, over time, take damage, but it's not all that expensive to maintain. Internal chests for all of our goodies. Basically, it's going to be for all the saplings, the apples, and the wood that we gather. So that's all ready to go. We have our other cart being assembled. It's going to take about another 24 minutes. But what I want to do before this gets all set up and going is I want to make ourselves a cargo manager, which is going to be very important later on. Once we have the carts going, we're going to need both a cargo manager and an external distributor. This is fairly easy to make. The cargo manager is also fairly easy to make. You basically need some large iron panes, huge iron panes, and large dynamic panes, which are basically extensions of the wooden chest panes. I don't know if I showed you this earlier, but basically it's wood planks in a eye pattern with regular wood logs on the middle sides right there, and that'll make 32 chest panes. So really these chests aren't all that expensive to make, and again, the cargo manager here isn't going to be all that expensive to make either. Basically just lots of iron and wood. Not all that expensive, really. So, to make the iron panes, you basically put iron down, you put wood around it, and you have yourselves iron panes. Just like that. To make the dynamic pane, where's our cargo manager? To make the dynamic pane is basically a iron pane and redstone to make one dynamic pane, and I believe you put that around redstone to make a large dynamic pane. Really easy. So, 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Put that there, like that. That gets us our large dynamic pane. And then we need, let's see, I think we need 4 large and 4 huge. 4 huge, 4 large. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, where did those panes go? Right here. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have exactly 8 left over. That was perfect timing, or what? Planning. Timing, planning, whatever you want to call it. It was something. Put those around, and we have ourselves a cargo manager. Now you'll see I also have oak saplings ready to go. What we can do now is take our nice little cart here, throw it down, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and get this all set up and ready to go. So what let's go ahead and sleep in our bed real quick, make it daytime, so that we don't have to worry about our solar engine and all of that good stuff. I also took a couple screenshots while we were taking a break, trying to get some stuff going, and yeah. So let's get these set up, and you are going to see just how awesome this thing is. So basically, we set it down, and it's going to detect sunlight, and it's just going to start going. Right now, it doesn't have anything in its inventory, so it's just going to run around like crazy, and I think, there it goes. I was going to say the thing should be on its own. And you'll notice it'll stop on the dynamic pane, do what it needs to do, which is nothing, and it should just keep going after this. No? Okay. It just stopped. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to put oak saplings in the woodcutter, and that's what it's going to start planting. We want to make our regular engine a low priority, on the solar engine is going to be high priority. So that basically means that if there's sunlight available, it's going to use sunlight energy, and if there's no energy available, it's going to use the coal. And for coal, let's go ahead and throw that in there. It's going to use fuel. And basically, it's just going to go like that. Now, this advanced detector rail is where we're going to set up our cargo manager, which is really kind of complex, but not really at the same time. You'll see this is our blue side. So basically what we're going to say is on the blue side, you can change what it does here. You can change the color. No. You can change the color right here. So basically what we're going to say is everything from the cart is going to go... We want everything to come out of the cart into the cargo manager, and then it's going to go... Let's see, let's set this up. Engine. So basically, what we'll see here... And do I have a bone on me? Let me go grab some bone meal so I can make a tree. You'll see it's just going around planting all of these saplings. And then once those saplings are grown, it's going to start cutting them down automatically. And it's going to just start throwing it in the cargo manager for us. Okay, let me get some bone meal here. Bone meal. Let's get that just in case. Should have grabbed this beforehand. There we go. Alright. So every time it'll stop here. And it should do what it needs to do, which is, again, nothing. And it's just going to go. So let's go ahead and grow ourselves a tree. And you'll see, once it gets here, let's grow a couple more, shall we? Let's grow that and that. And you'll see all the leaves start getting taken off first. Just like so. Then once all the leaves are gone, it's going to start cutting down the wood. And the wood just disappears. And if you look in your inventory, you'll see wood here, and sapling should not be going there. So everything is coming out. Let's see, we want everything out of the storage slots, and then everything is going to go back into the engine. And don't want saplings in that. Don't know why it's taking saplings. Basically because saplings can be used as fuel, it's putting it in the engine as fuel. So what I want to do is that instead. And so now what it's going to do is everything that's in storage, which will be the trees. Alright, now this should work. So it's picking up more saplings. It's cutting down the wood and putting it into the chest. And then it goes and replants. Again, it took down the leaves. It's going to put the oak wood in. And when we come over here, we'll see it's taking everything out of the storage, which is the wood, and throwing the wood back in to here. Once this gets full of wood right here, which is the coal engine, it'll start throwing all the wood directly into here, and it's just going to create a surplus of wood. And the nice thing is, even during nighttime, you're going to be generating more wood from cutting down the trees than you're going to be burning in the woodcutter. So eventually we're going to have just a huge surplus of oak wood. We're going to have a surplus of saplings, which we can throw into a fermenter if we want to make a biogas. There's a lot of things we can do. And over on this side, we're going to be doing the exact same thing, except with seeds. So it's just going to go around and automatically plant and replant and harvest, all that good stuff. And basically, the only thing that we have to worry about is this durability, which is at 319,520. So it's going to take a very long time for it to lose durability. And once it does lose durability, all we have to do is use diamonds to repair it. And at this point, diamonds aren't really an issue. That's only 4 gold to transmute into a diamond if we really need it. And gold is a dime a dozen right now, which doesn't really make sense. But, like I said, our resources, pretty much infinite at this point. We have all the wood and saplings that we're going to need. This thing's just going to keep running automatically without much use. And then once the cedar's going, this is going to go. So next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to start setting up a farm. We're going to figure out a way to automatically pull all of our extra stuff out of this cargo manager and into our ME network with everything else. We're going to set up our cedar. We're going to set up this farm, so we're going to be able to raise some cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, all that good stuff. We'll be able to start farming leather from these cows, all the food we could ever use, and we'll also be able to set up some squeezers so we can start working on bees. So that's going to be what's happening next episode, guys. Also, between episodes, I'm probably going to go ahead and move this smeltery controller underground somewhere where it's a little easier to use. I'm still working on getting everything converted over, and before we do any of that, what I want to do is let's go look at our quarry here and see how it's going. And you'll see it is going. It is digging, and it is really far down there. I don't want to jump down there, but I'm going to say we're probably getting close to the bottom of that. Once it hits rock bottom, it's just going to stop. But what we can do is we can make this all the way, instead of an 8x8 square, we can make it a 64x64. So we can multiply this. I mean, we could cover most of this hillside if we really wanted to. And that's another thing that we'll probably work on next episode, is once this finishes up, expanding this so it can, you know, go a little longer without our intervention. Because really, this isn't taking all that much power. We can multiply this speed by 10 if we wanted. Right now it's running at 10 Minecraft joules per tick. We can run it all the way up to 100 if we wanted. So, you know, there's definitely room for improvement on this as well. And we could basically shut down this entire mountainside if we wanted without much problem and take all the resources from it. But like I said, our main goal right now is going to be setting up our farm, getting leather for books, seeds for apiaries, for our bees, and then start working on that kind of stuff. Once we get Mistcraft going, we'll create a new world for our quarries. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for the stuff that we're going to be able to do. So with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and or subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you guys next time. And until next time, don't be a stranger. Take care.